Welcome to Smart Stock Watch. Today, we're diving into the latest financial results of Accenture, a global leader in professional services. Stay tuned as we summarize the report, discuss the highlights of the results, and what it all means for investors like you. Curious to know more details on key takeaways and insights? Watch this video to find out. Executive Summary.
Accenture reported strong financial results for the fourth quarter and full fiscal year 2024, with record new bookings and significant growth in generative AI. The company achieved a 3% increase in quarterly revenues and a 1% increase in full-year revenues. Operating margins expanded, and both GAAP and adjusted EPS saw growth. Accenture also announced a 15% increase in its quarterly dividend and additional share repurchase authority.
Financial performance. What was the total revenue for the current quarter, and how does it compare with the previous quarter and the same period last year?
The total revenue for the current quarter was $16.4 billion, an increase of 3% in US dollars and 5% in local currency compared to the same period last year.
What were the GAAP and non-GAAP earnings per share (EPS), and how do they compare with the previous quarter and the same period last year?
GAAP EPS for the current quarter was $2.66, a 24% increase over $2.15 for the same period last year. Adjusted EPS was $2.79, a 3% increase over $2.71 for the same period last year.
Segment performance. How did the major business segments perform in terms of revenue and growth compared to the previous periods?
Consulting revenues were $8.26 billion, an increase of 1% in US dollars and 3% in local currency compared to the fourth quarter of fiscal 2023. Managed services revenues were $8.15 billion, an increase of 5% in US dollars and 7% in local currency compared to the fourth quarter of fiscal 2023.
Are there any emerging segments that are gaining traction?
Generative AI is an emerging segment gaining traction, with new bookings of $1 billion for the quarter and $3 billion for the full year.
Cash flow and financial health. What are the key points of the balance sheets?
Total assets, $55.93 billion. Total liabilities, $26.76 billion. Total shareholders' equity, $29.17 billion.
What are the key points of the cash flow statements?
Operating cash flow, $9.13 billion for the full year. Free cash flow, $8.61 billion for the full year.
What were the key points regarding cash flow from operating, investing, and financing activities?
Operating activities. Net cash provided by operating activities was $9.3 billion for the full year. Investing activities. Net cash used in investing activities was $7.6 billion for the full year. Financing activities. Net cash used in financing activities was $6.6 billion for the full year.
Were there any changes in cash dividends or stock splits announced in the current quarter?
Yes, there was a 15% increase in the quarterly dividend to $1.48 per share.
Strategic initiatives and partnerships. What were the major strategic initiatives, product launches, and partnerships announced in the current quarter?
Accenture continues to accelerate its leadership in generative AI, delivering $3 billion in new bookings for the year. The company announced a 15% increase in its quarterly dividend and additional share repurchase authority.
Risk and challenges. What are the key risks and challenges highlighted in the report or discussed by the management?
Volatile, negative, or uncertain economic and geopolitical conditions. Risks related to the development and use of AI. legal, reputational, and financial risks from data security incidents or cyber attacks, competitive pressures in the markets where Accenture operates.
Future outlook. What is the company's revenue and gross margin guidance for the next quarter or fiscal year?
For fiscal year 2025, Accenture expects revenue growth of 3% to 6% in local currency and GAAP operating margin to be in the range of 15.6% to 15.8%.
Overall performance and investment prospects. Based on the financial results and strategic updates, what is the assessment of the company's overall performance?
Accenture's overall performance is strong, with record new bookings, significant growth in generative AI, and expanded operating margins. The company is well positioned for continued growth in fiscal 2025.
That's all for today's analysis of Accenture's impressive performance and growth prospects. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Smart Stock Watch for more in-depth financial insights. Let us know in the comments if you think Accenture is a good buy right now. Boost your trading game with Interactive Brokers, a leading platform known for its advanced tools and low commissions. I've personally benefited from their fast execution and comprehensive market access. Click the referral link in the video description below to sign up and support this channel. Start trading smarter today with IBKR. Thanks for watching, and happy investing.